Today is Monday, December 7th, 2020, and this is the Weekly Update. Good afternoon, FBC Centralia. Here comes the news. I'm known for my nostalgic grip on my childhood. All you have to do is look behind me and see the wall of Transformers to know that I have a love for the era that I grew up in. And I've made every effort to introduce my sons to the era of cartoons, movies, and toys. But I'm also not the only one in the house that is doing so. My wife is a very big fan of the Steven Spielberg classic E.T. When we went to Universal this past summer, the boys were introduced to E.T., so naturally they had questions. When we were standing in line for the E.T. ride, my youngest son looked at me and said, "Dad, what is E.T. short for?" I smiled really big and I told him, "He is short because he has short little legs." My wife punched me in the arm. I may have misunderstood the question. And now, for our top stories. Hey, join us each and every Sunday morning for our worship service beginning at 10:15 in our gym fellowship hall area. This week we begin talking about Christmas by first exploring the seed of Christmas. You can prepare for this week's sermon by reading ahead Genesis chapter 3, verses 1 through 19. That's preparing for the seed of Christmas, Genesis chapter 3, 1 through 19. You can also access our services online through YouTube and Facebook Live. That's Sunday morning worship service this Sunday at 10:15. We are now offering childcare for ages 2 through 4 during the Sunday morning worship service. We've established protocols for taking care of our young ones. Here are the basics that you need to know. We will be doing temperature checks on all workers and children. Everyone will need to have a temperature below 99.9 degrees. All childcare workers will be wearing masks. If your child is experiencing any symptoms or not feeling well, please keep them with you. Online giving is up on our webpage, offering you a safe, easy, and convenient way to send in your tithes and your offerings. Please visit our website at centraliafbc.org/give, where you can set up your personal account today. Whether you're giving online or giving in person, the last day for 2020 offering is December the 28th. After that, all offerings received will be posted on 2021. There's plenty of service opportunities available here in our community and for our members. We have members in the church in need of basic, simple needs like raking leaves, maybe snow removal eventually, lawn care, those last little minute lawn care items. If you can help or would like to help, please see myself, Pastor Chris, or Jamie Ross. Jamie Ross is the one who heads up this great service opportunity. He has done a phenomenal job, and we're so thankful that Jamie has taken on that. But if you have a passion to help our community or our members, you can be a part of this service opportunity. Students, if you have community service hours, perhaps you're in Boy Scouts, or perhaps you're in a club at school, or a part of an honor society at school that requires community service. When you're applying to colleges, some of them want to know what community service you've been involved in. This is a perfect opportunity. You can see me, you can see again Jamie Ross. We can get you connected with some service opportunities, some service hours, and we would both be happy to sign off on those hours for whatever project or group that you're a part of. Our food pantry has been an amazing source of outreach and community service for our church as we use it to show God's love to those who may need help every now and then. We have some items that we need that are listed. Those are the items that we request every week: trash bags, hand soap, dish soap, paper towels, men and women's deodorant, bar soap, cleaning supplies, and those gift cards to Pringer's and Dollar General. Also, as a reminder, we do not need food at this time, and we cannot accept items from other food pantries. Our next food pantry date will be Wednesday, December the 16th, from 1 to 3 p.m. Several of our Sunday school classes have regathered before worship to meet. We invite you back and encourage you to find a small group to join for growth, accountability, and spiritual nourishment. The classes that are currently meeting are listed on the screen by teacher. We have classes for students, we have classes for adults, and coming soon, in the very near future, we will start back up with our kids' Sunday school classes as well. If you don't have a small group, if you don't have a Sunday school class to be a part of, please contact the church office, one of the pastors, or one of these teachers here, and we would love to get you plugged into a small group for Sunday morning Sunday school classes for accountability, for growth, and for that spiritual nourishment. Students, join us this Wednesday for Wednesday Night Live at 6:15 in the gym. Wednesday Night Live at 6:15 in the gym. This Wednesday, we are in our second week of a 3-week series titled The Christmas Story, as we look at the birth of Christ from 3 different perspectives. Last week, we saw it from the perspective of the shepherds. This week, we will see Christmas through the eyes of the man chosen to be Jesus' earthly father, Joseph. If you'd like to read ahead and prepare, we will be covering Matthew chapter 1, verses 18 through 25. The song for this week is by Mercy Me, titled Joseph's Lullaby. This song details the thoughts that must have been going through Joseph's mind as he processed the task that God laid before him. Don't miss out this Wednesday, Wednesday Night Live at 6:15. We have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of groups meeting, and we want to make you aware of them so hopefully you can be a part of what's going on here at FBC. First of all, our men's Bible study group meets every Saturday morning beginning at 6:30 a.m. in our fellowship hall area. There is a Zoom option available for those who are still not getting out at this time. For those who are, make plans to join us each and every Saturday morning for men's Bible study, Saturday at 6:30 a.m. We are currently walking through the Bible study called Church Essentials by Mark Dever. Again, that's men's Bible study, Saturday mornings at 6:30 a.m. Our ladies' Bible study meets every Sunday evening at 6:30 p.m. in the fellowship hall area. Their current study they are walking through is called Better by Jen Wilkin. There's plenty of time to join as they look at the book of Hebrews in this study, Better by Jen Wilkin. That's ladies' Bible study each and every Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. We have a news update. Due to the tractor parade being moved, there will be no cookie fellowship on Friday, December the 18th. For those of you that know, the tractor parade has been moved out to Highway CC, and we will be driving by to see the tractors instead of the tractors coming through us. So since the tractor parade is going out that way, there will be no cookie fellowship on Friday, December the 18th. A few other dates that we want to make you aware of. First of all, tomorrow, Tuesday, December the 8th, we will have our next deacons meeting. That's tomorrow, Tuesday, December the 8th at 6:30 in the fellowship hall, our next deacons meeting. Our next members meeting will be Sunday, December the 20th at 6 p.m. That's Sunday, December the 20th at 6 p.m., our next members meeting. Hey, thank you to all who attended Joy this past Friday. It was a wonderful time of food and fellowship with the Matt Carroll family. Joy's next meeting is scheduled for January the 22nd at noon. Make plans to join us, and please let Chuck Burton know if you plan to attend. That's Joy, January the 22nd at 12 noon. FBC Kids are meeting every Wednesday night. Spread the word to all you know and join us for a time of discipleship as we have classes for pre-K all the way through the 5th grade. If you haven't yet, please register on our webpage or our Facebook page. FBC Kids activities begin each Wednesday at 6:15. Cru Student Ministry, here comes your news. Students, we want to encourage you to be a part of a weekly Bible study. We have something for all schedules. Now that school is back in session, sports are in full swings, clubs are going, plays are happening. We have returned to the busy life, and it is very easy to allow your spiritual health to go. Come join us on Wednesday nights, Sunday mornings, and Sunday nights as you feed your spiritual health. We encourage you to plug into a small group Bible study. We have Wednesday Night Live, Wednesdays at 6:15. We have Sunday School, Sunday mornings at 9:15. And we have the Youth Discipleship class, Sunday evenings at 5 p.m. Speaking of youth discipleship class, thank you to all the people who participated in our youth discipleship study on the Good Book. We will begin our next discipleship study on January the 10th after the Christmas holidays. We will study our next book on January the 10th. It will be a 10-week study on the book of Ephesians written by current SBC President J.D. Greer. So if you would like to join us and be a part of that 10-week study, the book of Ephesians by J.D. Greer, please see me or sign up with Jan at the youth table, or you can find her during one of our services. This Sunday, December 13th, we'll gather for our Sunday Winter Nights activity from 5 to 6:30 at the church. This is just like the Sunday Summer Nights, except in the winter. The theme for this event will be Ugly Christmas Sweater. There will be a prize for best dressed, along with competitions, winter activities, and a ton of Christmas cookies provided by the WMU. That's Sunday Winter Nights, Ugly Christmas Sweater Edition, Sunday, December the 13th at 5 p.m. Hey, we want you to be a part of the conversation. We want you to be aware of what's going on in the life of our church. One of the ways that we communicate that is through our social media. You can find First Baptist on Facebook at First Baptist Centralia. You can find all the news that is and pertains to students on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FBC Crew Students. And if you want to know what's going on in the life of the kids ministry, you can find them on Facebook at FBC Kids Centralia. And now, before we go, it's time for Deep Thoughts with Pastor Keith. The history teacher in me would be remiss not to acknowledge the fact that today is indeed Pearl Harbor Day. December 7th, 1941, that date which will live in infamy. Today I leave you with a quote from former President George W. Bush made in 2001 during a memorial service for the 60th anniversary. President Bush said this: "Today at Pearl Harbor, veterans are gathering to pay tribute to the young men they remember, who never escaped the sunken ships. And over the years, some Pearl Harbor veterans have made a last request. They ask that their ashes be brought down and placed inside the USS Arizona. After the long lives given them, they wanted to rest beside the best men they ever knew. Such loyalty and love remain the greatest strength of the United States Navy. We will always remember December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor." This has been Deep Thoughts with Pastor Keith. Hey, that's all the time we have for this week. We look forward to seeing you, each and every one of you, this Sunday at 10:15 for our worship service, or by joining us online on YouTube or Facebook Live. Students, we look forward to seeing you this Wednesday for Wednesday Night Live at 6:15. And kids, we're excited to see you also this Wednesday coming up for FBC Kids this Wednesday at 6:15. Until then, my name is Keith Jones because that's what my mama named me.